guys, I thought today we'd do something, I keep saying that, a little different, but this time it is different. We're going to be reacting to FLEEKAZOID. I've seen clips of them on like other people's videos and stuff, and he seems very Seth/Max coded, so I have a feeling we're all going to like this. So yeah, let's get into it.
Warning, this video contains spoilers. When I was a kid, I loved the Ezio trilogy.
Oh my god, that's so loud. Oh, there we go.
Perhaps due to my distaste for endings because they cause sad emotions. And sad emotions were something I had to leave.
Okay, sorry, I need to go back. Oh no, this is gonna be like Max R again. This is gonna be like Max R. Okay, hang on.
They cause sad
Did
emotions.
I say it right? I didn't know word. This is awful, bro.
And sad emotions were something I had to leave at the door upon joining the Sigma male support group.
Bro, Sigma, that Undertake stuff is so cringe. It's so fucking cringe, bro.
Regardless,
Bro.
I always said that Brotherhood was my favorite Assassin's Creed title. But
Same.
after finally getting around to playing Black Flag this month after years of neglect,
I'm sorry if you pause it. Black Flag. I cannot express words as to how much I love Black Flag. It is the quintessential Assassin's Creed game. It is the best. Assassin's Creed 1, perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. Solid. Assassin's Creed 2, even better. Brotherhood, for the longest time, was peaked. And then Black Flag came out. And it's never been better since then. It's never been better than Black Flag.
Remorse that Brotherhood is no longer the best in my eyes.
I know, same. So.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to kill him.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a yard-hard shitty simulator that provides lethal doses of dopamine and nostalgia. 10 chains.
This edit is wrong. This is worse than Max. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the fucking
Killed enemies at a time. This game is pure fun at the expense of
True.
any challenge at all. Combat is simply a matter of Y, X, X,
yeah.
X, X, Y, X, X, and yet the whole campaign goes by faster than just 5 hours of Odyssey or Origins. With naval combat that...
Okay, genuine question. What was everyone's opinion that played Odyssey and Origins? I played both of them. I never completed them, but I didn't hate them. I don't know, they didn't seem as good, but I don't think they're bad, just not as good. When we talk bad Assassin's Creed Shadows, holy fuck, that was that was
perfectly
awful.
captures both moments of intense battle and moments of calm commute between one
the
destination
fucking
and
sea
another. They did it
shanties.
so good, in fact, that after the developers saw people enjoyed the boats that much, they decided to turn the whole goddamn franchise into an open-world RPG. No, that's not a joke. That's literally the reasoning they gave in an interview for why they massacred my boy.
Really?
What the?
Wait, really? That was the reason why? Because everyone liked the boats? They're like, oh, so that means go for more. They got the wrong. No, they learned the wrong. They learned the wrong lesson from that, bro. Is that Spider-Man fucking?
You play as Ed with no Ed or Eddie, as they probably died because killing everything you love is something this game's story really enjoys doing. Ed couldn't care less about the Creed either. He's all about that booty.
So Rome.
And that booty, you feel?
Oh.
In fact, you can actually kill assassins for the Templars in one mission, which is kind of straight bussin' on job for real. But I'll be honest with you here, I couldn't care less about the story in these games.
I mean, I think the story's pretty good in Assassin's Creed. Like, it's not the best, but it's pretty cool. I care more about the end of the world plot. Like, actually, no, that's a lie. I want to know more about the aliens that, like, you know, have the messages to give to people in the past. And then I hate modern day. The modern day sections are by far the worst part. I don't care. Just let me fucking live in my fantasy past, please.
Assassin's Creed to me is synonymous with power fantasy and god complex. For all I care, as long as it has this style of combat, you could have George Washington storming Normandy with an M4 to repel the alien takeover of the Nile River, and I would still love it. Which is why I happen to believe that Mad Max or Mafia 3 are closer to being Assassin's Creed games than Origins, Odyssey, or Valhalla. And if it wasn't already abundantly apparent, I despise the new games with every fiber of my
I never played Valhalla. I didn't like the idea of playing as a Viking killing English people, obviously, so I didn't play that one.
Not only because there are open world RPGs that take 3 millenniums of boring ass gameplay to beat, but also because these are the 3 most money-making games in the franchise, and if I had to read one more Reddit post saying if it made that much money, it can't be bad.
Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit statement and argument right there. That is absolute bullshit. Fortnite makes probably the most money out of any video game there's ever been, and I will argue the current Fortnite is bad. I will argue that it is for kids, it is dumb, it is beyond just bad game. The original idea for Fortnite, where it's a wave defense like zombie horde thing, that seemed so much cooler. I was really, really excited for that, and then they rug pulled me, and I've never forgiven them for that, so I might be biased.
The goddamn place. And I was gonna do a whole rant here about why money alone isn't a good indicator of a product's quality, but I think I've actually got it down to about 4 words. Fast and the Furious. So throughout this interview, as I praise Black Flag,
that's actually true. How many Fast and Furious fucking films are out now? Like, and I'm pretty sure they're all dog shit apart from like the first couple, right?
Slandering the reboot titles, and I'm not gonna make that argument of the reboot titles being good games but not good Assassin's Creed games. No. I'm here to make the argument of shit games and even shittier Assassin's Creed games with as much bias and anecdotal evidence that I can get my grubby little hands on.
You know what, Based? I respect them. I respect them.
I'm here to entertain and yell uncontested opinions at unsuspecting citizens. Let's kick this off by talking about the prologue. Don't worry, unlike Ubisoft, I'll make this quick. If there is a hell, it would be playing the first hour of every Assassin's Creed.
Oh my god. Yeah, the first hour in every Assassin's Creed is pain. Especially Assassin's Creed, was it 2 with Connor in the American Revolution one? I remember you playing as Connor before he becomes an assassin. I wanted to like throw my Xbox out a window. I was sick of playing his fucking... I know it's his origin story and it set the tone for everything and all that. I feel like it could have been handled a lot better and finished way sooner. It was like 4 hours before you even played the beginning of the game.
On loop, never being permitted to progress any further. The prologue of every Assassin's Creed game has 3 things: an unskippable tutorial for every single basic mechanic in the game, escort
that you already know,
trailing missions, and a preview of a funny few glitches, just so you know the greatness that is to come. Listen, I love these games once they actually let you get into them, but
yeah, once you get playing, they're phenomenal.
Whenever I think about starting up a new playthrough of any Assassin's Creed game, I almost always decide not to, just at the mere thought of suffering through the first hour. Black Flag...
Bro, he's so real for that. He's so real for that.
Prologue is a little better as far as Assassin's Creed prologues go,
especially
in comparison to the goddamn 4-hour-long prologue of
Yes, this one was the worst intro of every Assassin's Creed game. It was still good. Assassin's Creed 2, I think it's 2, right? I think that's 2. Really good. Really fucking good. I liked it, completed it. Good game. The intro can go die in a fire for all I care.
Assassin's Creed 3 or the MLG Pro Cannon sequence of Brotherhood, but it's still very important to bear in mind that it's still an Assassin's Creed prologue, therefore it belongs in the hell tier. Moving on, let's talk about what makes these games amazing. What makes these games Assassin's Creed? The combat. The combat is the whole reason I'm here. The only reason I exist. Without this combat, I perish. Black Flag's combat is best described as God complex-like. Chain 2 takedowns together, now 5, now 10, now the entire town square. But what I love about Black Flag's combat is not the fighting itself. I mean, let's be honest, the combat's about 2 buttons deep. You could hand a controller to a small toddler or a competent middle-aged
it's literally just 2 buttons over and over again, but it's still good though. It's still
and
good.
They could beat this game. No, what's great about Black Flag's gameplay is the takedowns. Takedowns are the brutal deconstruction of the enemy in a preset animation that makes my monkey brain very happy. And
True. So far, I've agreed with everything this bro said. Holy
All
fuck.
of the Assassin's Creed games, I firmly believe that Black Flags ooze the most with personality and a certain spectacle that makes them better than any other in the franchise. I'll tell you what though, Brotherhood beats out Black Flag on counter grabs because I mean, look at this Jedi shit. And in Unity,
What the fuck?
the enemies can just take down themselves. I love Takedowns so much that they showed just 2 of them in the trailer for Watch Dogs Legion, and it got me to buy that shit on day 1. Takedowns are right next to leaning in terms of features that will get me to immediately buy a game on day 1 for whatever price you tell me.
Bro,
Because when you add these to a game, it just makes it feel as if you're playing a perfectly choreographed fight scene from a movie.
It is cool.
Yet, this feels like a WWE
I gotta deny, it's
match.
very cool.
I tell you, Alex, this is quite the showing today here by Edward. Let's get your thoughts on this.
Well, I'll tell you this, Jerry. This reminds me a lot of your mum's bedroom.
Wait, what? That's not.
When men enter, only one man leaves.
Hey, man, that's.
Oh, look at that from the top turnbuckle.
Dude, there's no turn, but where are you seeing a turn?
He's pulling out the gun. He's pulling out the gun.
Only at Applebee's.
Now, I tell you, that is just unfortunate, folks. Not at all
What the
a part
fuck
of
is
the show,
happening?
but these are the risks that we take for you folks at home. Now let's talk about firearms. Assassin's Creed has
I love the American flag immediately after talking about firearms.
had guns in previous titles, so the dev team really
True,
had to
Assassin's
up
Creed-
the ante on this one.
Oh no, I remember Assassin's Creed 3 was Connor, not 2. My bad. My bad.
Mold, shatter the glass, smack the child, so to speak. So what did they do? They did revolutionize the game by adding 2 guns instead of 1.
But I'm pretty sure there's an upgrade where you can have 4. Where you can just like turn around and shoot 4 people in sync, and it's so good.
I know, but then they topped themselves once more in an Einstein level of genius, and I know what you're thinking. It doesn't get better than 2 pistols. It can't. Well, I have news for you, hater. They added 4 pistols.
I told you. I remember
These
this.
innovations are as mold-breaking and ground-shaking as giving you 2 swords, or 2 hidden blades, or 2 many trailing missions. Now, I will admit, combat is much more dumbed down in comparison to the Brotherhood combat. To list a few noticeable changes, enemies now wind up their punches like they're Popeye, meaning that parry windows are essentially infinite so that you can walk away from your computer, come back, and still have time to parry. Blocking? Please, come on, don't be foolish. That's what the gun is for. They're also a fraction of the enemy weapon variants, and enemies don't feel as fast or aggressive either. But I believe that regardless of whether you believe that Black Flag's the best, or Brotherhood, or 3, or Unity, I think that we can all agree that this shit is awful. That's right, it's time to talk about the...
I don't think it's awful. It's just nowhere near as good. It's mediocre when you compare it to the old games, which are just fucking class. They're just, they're so good. I miss the feeling of when I was a kid, like over like Christmas, getting the new Assassin's Creed and being so excited to play, and I would just no life that whole game for like the next like week or so until I completed it. I miss that genuine excitement of getting the next Assassin's Creed. It was so good. It was so good back in the day.
Combat, which I'll be using Odyssey specifically due to the fact that A, I own it, and B, it's all just about the goddamn same anyways. Odyssey's combat has this cool feature where you do no damage at all and are mashing every button 1,000 times in order to whittle down that health bar.
I think that's probably the biggest problem. The fucking enemy, like, not bullet, but damage sponge. Is it in Assassin's Creed? It's like 1 to 2 hits to take a normal enemy. Here, it's a fucking hell
bar. You are in a constant race between beating a boss and unlocking the exotic trait called crippling carpal tunnel and arthritis of the hands. Each fight feels like you are chasing around spastic zoomers and trying to slice them down with a comically large spoon. Additionally, your reward for a drawn-out make-out match between you and your thick foes is not a cool takedown, but rather some ragdolled bodies and the relief that the fight is finally over, so that you can go back to auto.
He's very, very accurate. After like I said, I played Odyssey and Origin. I wasn't enjoying the fights. I was more relieved that they were over. To be accurate.
Fucking Crash Royale. Shit, sometimes I die just so I can see the enemy do a takedown to remind me of the good old days. And before you go saying that it's a named character and this is how RPGs should be, first, that's my point. No one asked for this. Second, let's compare this to a named character in Black Flag. fuck you. Black Flag's biggest weakness for me is the incredibly apparent lack of hammers. I mean, Brotherhood had hammer, round hammer, and biggest hammer. And oh
That's amazing.
boy, these babies were chunky. The crushing
There goes a
blunt
hammer.
animations, the sound of their bones being turned
It's
into
pretty
protein
proper.
powder. I loved using the hammer. Black Flag has not one hammer, not even a tool hammer. Oh, okay, all right. All credit where credit's due, though. The axe did feel right. Definitely much better than the axe in Brotherhood. But still, in Black Flag 2, when we play as my man, Steve Bonet, come on, hook me up, Ubisoft. Wait, what? They killed him too? Ah,
Yeah.
shit. Well, hey, that's unfortunate. Now let's talk about boats.
The boats. I know boats were really fucking like divisive. I'm one of the people that loved the boat combat in this game. It was so good. Sailing around, listening to the shanties, and just having like fights. It was so fun. I love the boats in Black Flag so
We
much.
all know that Brotherhood has the superior boating technology. Many people call the rowboat the Ford Focus of the ocean. Ask anyone, everyone says this. So now that we understand the
Sure they
supreme
do, sure they do,
outlier
buddy.
above all else, let's talk about Black Flag ships. Boats in Black Flag manage to surprisingly be very fun. And I say surprisingly because Black Flag's map is actually larger and has way more water than Odyssey. So why is it that Odyssey makes me want to take a toasty bubble bath, whereas Black Flag does not? Well, I'll tell you, starting with the basics. People or crewmates can either be rescued or enslaved, acquired. And I
I
prefer
forgot about
rescuing them
that.
because it's always nice to have that profuse gratitude upon rescuing them. You know,
That's
because
so
it feels good to do good, you know? Especially as I shake their hands and look them dead in the eyes, knowing damn well that they're gonna die to my friendly fire about 15 minutes from now. Anyways, Black Flag has some straight
Girl.
bangers built into its
Yes, okay. I'm sorry, but the shanties were so
old
good.
radio called shanties. Black Flag shanties are here, and every other reboot game shanty is all the way down here. Listen, Randy Dandio has heart and spirit. Fish in the Sea has this jovial rhythm to it, and you can't help but get all kinds of hype to end 20 working man's lives. Specifically, any shanty from the Sow Island just, perfect. Drunken Sailor, although appreciated, is often quite underrated and talks of the best shanties in this game. It's not quite the best, though, is it? Because you see, in '87, Pirates released this, 4, the most accomplished album. I think their undisputed masterpiece is Leave Her Johnny. A song so catchy, most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should, because it's not just about the pleasures of sailing and the bittersweet feeling of ending a voyage. It's also a personal statement about the pirates themselves. Hey, Paul! What also makes Black Flag sailing so
No
enjoyable
worries.
is that I actually want to get into combat because of how fun it is to
Yeah.
blast board and sink these ships. No cap busting for real. This is probably the best boat combat in any game ever. And please don't bring up that Sea of Thieves shit that requires friends, because
Bro.
we don't do that here. The reason why
we don't
naval
have
combat
friends.
feels so fantastic is because it takes every last feature it gives you and requires you use it for success in a duel with worthy enemies. And worthy enemies don't come
Yeah. Taking on like the Man of Wars or the Dreadnoughts and shit, it was such a fucking good feeling and a good
constitute as
fight.
the small ships that you can crush on your way to party. Every utility is situational and must be used at exactly the right time. Many people call it the Doom ripoff of the ocean. Fire barrels are often used
Doom
when you
ripoff?
completely forget that you have them, so you try to use them, and then you remember why you never used them. Heavy shot
Why is he calling me out? Are they exactly the same thing over and over?
is like a shotgun for your ship, close range only, and only if your ship is level, because any other situation and these some bitches are shooting directly into the water. Round shot and swivel shot are the all-time any range multi-tool slamma-jammas.
Yeah.
These things get it done. Chain shot
he's
is
a
for when you're
slamma-jamma
ramming
too.
into a ship and say, might as well use this, and mortars are the most
Mortars were so good though. If you could time it and like predict where they were going, you're
situational,
unstoppable.
as in I use them in every situation. One word of
Yeah,
warning is that if
exactly.
you have a little dinghy and you're trying to fight a higher level ship, you will do such little damage that you will begin forming giant clouds of CO2 emission around the enemy ship, and your precise shooting will turn into, I think we're shooting in the right direction. And I haven't even said anything about boarding ships yet. There are 3
Yeah, James, you can fucking board them, and then you can like take them all hostage, or like just not take them all
Predominant
hostage.
ways to take a ship. Option 1, you can take a few blind swivel shots, then swing on board and kill the rest. This is the real basic option right here. On a scale of
Nah.
Odyssey to Legendary, this is still a 7. I mean, it's a good time, but it's very basic. You don't want to be basic, do you? That's
wanna
where
go in
option 2
there.
comes in. You kill everyone on the enemy ship with the swivel cannon using carefully
No.
placed, precise, delicate blasts, managing your ammo accordingly. This is for the evolved mammals. This is an 8 out of 10 right here. And the final option, and this is for the true red-blooded Floridians that are invading the Caribbean. First,
Hell yeah.
incapacitate the ship, then swing
And
around
then
the
you
front
board.
or back outside of the boarding zone, leave the helm of the
Oh.
ship, climb on the enemy boat, and kill everyone on
Oh,
board and complete
yeah,
any
yeah,
other
yeah.
objectives that specific ship calls for. Once that's done, now hop off the boat, son of a Now hop off the boat, hop on your boat, and try to board the enemy boat through the prompt. Immediate
And you
take.
get it
Didn't
instantly.
have to do anything.
Yeah.
Don't even have to go through any cringe loading screens.
Uh-huh,
20 out of 10
uh-huh.
right here. And if this multitude of options for taking a ship doesn't get you rock hard,
Bro,
then
this
you
game
know what,
was
just
so
leave the
good.
video. And now comparing this to Odyssey, you get spears, archers, and you can ram. Ram and spear enough, and you're fighting a boring battle on a basic ship, chipping away at enemies with no cool setting, no cool combat, and no cool takedowns. To their credit, though, they did add a pretty awesome flamethrower for boats in the DLC.
Wait, really? I never got that far. Holy shit. Okay, Flamefly is actually kind
And
of
you can
base,
also
not gonna
knock
lie.
anyone off of the boats and they will be one shot by the sharks in the water, which, I mean, let's not mince any words. That is pretty...
That is kind of cool. Okay, I have to give Odyssey that. That's actually really
It is
cool.
pretty beautiful. But to sum up the answer to the question of why I love Black Flag ships, while Odyssey ships makes me want to skydive without a parachute, it's because Odyssey is bad, and me no like. So now you know.
Sure, ooh, bro, he's got the cojones to say
Pay
it.
for
Let's
your
go.
sin. Black Flag, Odyssey. Black Flag, Odyssey. Do I really need to say anything else? Now let's talk about the assassin aspect of Black Flag. Don't worry, trailing missions are still very much a part of this game, but this time, hang on, get these up on the screen. They revolutionized them. Clearly, Black Flag trailing missions are superior to Brotherhood trailing missions, Origin trailing missions, Unity trailing missions, and Odyssey trailing missions, because now you can trail in first person and trail another boat in your boat for the first time ever in the history of
Really revolutionary gaming right here.
And these dumbasses never see it coming. And the AI is 16 times better than ever at doing
Don't you Fallout 76 me. Don't you freaking dare
these
achieve
trailing
that.
missions. Take a look at
Not if you
this.
keep quiet and stay out of sight.
I believe I'm getting the hang of this.
Alright, no one
God.
fucking likes these. I'm only gonna try to defend these.
Yeah.
I've never tried to play these games stealthily. The whole point.
No, yeah, that's the thing, right? Because the combat's so fun. You avoid it. You meant to avoid combat and be a stealth assassin, but like you just don't bother. You just go in and fight. It's so fun. So
The
yeah.
boomer titles was that you could be stealthy, or you could walk through the front door and just eradicate the entire population of the base
Exactly.
in a huge battle. And I always chose the latter because
Based. Good global warming. What the fuck?
we ball. However, there were missions that didn't want me to satisfy my homicidal nature. No detection missions are the bane
No,
of my
no,
existence.
Pingu.
And no detection, no killing missions were built specifically to tell me
Oh.
to go to hell. However, no killing missions such as this one right here that would prefer I don't kill members of the Creed are actually false advertisements, frauds, false bills of false goods. Because you see, it's not
True.
necessarily no killing. It's no conclusive murder that can be proven guilty in a conviction under the court of law. Accidents happen all the time. People trip and fall every day into crocodile-infested waters, which then gets their other Creed member killed for rushing into the water, which then gets
Oh
the
my
person that
God,
shoots that
bro.
gator killed because they killed my friend and turned him into a pair of fucking Crocs. Now, as far as actual assassination and side missions go, it's all about the gun, baby. I always prefer pulling a Lincoln over using the hidden blades because it's efficient, and it's also funny how mundane it makes the entire mission when you can just walk right up to the target and remove some memories.
To rule. It was such a clutch in Black Flag. It was such a fucking
Now it's about the
clutch.
extent of my stealth experience, so let's talk about side activities. The assassin missions are just straight up volunteering for trailing missions. This is against every fiber of my being. I may be a touch masochistic. And listen, I enjoy the pain of lots of games, but volunteering for trailing missions is just
Yeah, no
sadistic.
thanks.
If you've
I'm good.
completed any more than 10% of these, I'm worried about you. Assassination missions, as I've already mentioned, are fantastic. Walk in, shoot, leave. At 50% completion of all missions, you get this traditional looking homeless assassin drip, and at 100% you get the pistol swords. Let me tell you about these pistol swords. They're a
I didn't know about these. Excuse you.
gimmick,
What?
like the football phone. You seldom get a unique animation from them, and you can't even aim them. Not worth the time at all. With that being said, though, if I have the pistol swords and you don't, then you are inferior to me in every way possible.
Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. No, I just didn't do all the side quests, okay? Leave me
Are
alone.
incredibly easy thanks to the round shot, heat-seeking
And the
predator
mortar.
swivel shot, and 62 smoothbore.
Oh.
On the other hand, legendary ship missions are, well, I only have this footage right here. After going to fight him very underleveled to get a measly 20,000 gold and getting pulverized, I manned up and never showed my face at any legendary ship event ever again. But now hunting is a next level activity. You can air assassinate an iguana, and everything else on land is to be shot with ye old firearms.
No.
Whereas anything in the water...
No, don't kill the animals. The iguana can get it though. And crocodiles too, I guess.
Harpooning side activity, but listen, if I'm being real honest with you, my favorite type of hunting is hunting for good prices over at my local Cabela's so that I can just buy the goddamn skins and autocraft all of it. Cause who has the time to do that bullshit? I guess Fleets is also a side activity, kinda. It was a mobile game, and then they merged it into the main PC.
I actually don't remember this one at all, like, genuinely.
Okay, fine. I'll keep it a buck with you, Chief. I have no idea how this works, really. Because Ubisoft Connect won't let Black Flag connect to the internet, can't actually use this feature. And in fact, this footage isn't even mine.
Typical Ubisoft.
Got this footage from my boy. So finally, the Mayan puzzles that unlock Mayan gizmos. The only puzzle games I can do are puzzle games made by Ubisoft employees. But if it's so easy, why even do this trivial activity, you ask? Because it unlocks the drippiest drip in the game. That's why that beautiful Mayan armor, which not only allows you to pull up an invisible hood,
Yo, that is sick. Wait, invisible
cutscenes, but also allows you to be invincible to all bullets. Before, I had to rely on the AI shooting their own teammate in the head, but now, I truly am the god. Oh yeah, and then there are all the collectibles that don't fucking matter. Glitches are the cornerstone of any Assassin's Creed game, so popular that they decided to dial them up to an 11 just for the launch of Unity. In my first 15 minutes of Black Flag, I ran into a game-breaking bug that forced me to restart the mission so that I could actually progress further. In my first 30 minutes of Unity, I saw people walking in the sky. And in my first 20 minutes of Brotherhood, I saw an enemy hardcore parkour into space with one giant leap. This is tradition. Things like bouncing bodies, enemies clipping into random objects. Oh, look, that's a twofer. Ships rising from the water, or brutes stuck.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
An endless loop of throwing grenades is what makes these games Assassin's Creed games. Ubisoft is so good at making buggy things that even their own game on their own launcher glitched out so hard that my copy of Black Flag Gold Edition couldn't even register any of my DLC. That, my friend, is
that, my friend, is typical Ubisoft. Just saying.
To tradition. Take notes, people. Be better. I had to rebuy Freedom Cry on Steam just so I could actually play it for this review. Speaking of which, Freedom Cry is about an 8-mission standalone expansion to Black Flag where you play as the main man, Adewale. Adewale is a quirked-up beefy boy that went from
legit never played the DLC. I might have to go back and play.
A pirate to now an assassin. But more important than all that, he gets some wacky new weapons. One of them is the blunderbuss, which is basically just a shotgun with the most incredible spread you've ever seen. And hell, why not? To demonstrate this for you, let me just throw up a quick red rectangle that visualizes the spread of the blunderbuss. I'm not lying to you when I say that this gun is so beefy that even when you run out of ammo, you can still bludgeon a man with the empty wooden...
so fucking dumb. I love it.
20-pound
I actually love
bat
that.
this gun turns into. Also, now you have 2 ways to stealth kill. Under normal conditions, you still have the hidden blade, and under running conditions, you have the visible machete. And finally, you have the firecrackers. But do I look like a guy that gives a shit about tactical stealth? No, I like stupid stealth. But now the new involuntary
I like
labor
stupid
system
stuff.
is pretty neat. Admittedly, I wasn't paying attention and mortar striked a ship of these involuntary laborers, killing 18 folks on board. But hey, we don't need to put that into the reports, do we? Additionally, there are plantations, which I think is one of the best implementations of stealth in an Assassin's Creed game, because it's not that you have to stay in no detection or it's mission failure. It's you can be detected, but if you do, the guards will start killing everyone so fast that you may not have anyone left to save by the end of your allotted kill quota.
Bro, that's so fucked up.
This makes stealth optimal and preferred, but depending on how much you need that new ammo pouch, you may just be able to walk in there and do a little bit of troll. This actually reminds me, I forgot to talk about the story of the main game. Big spoilers for this hot new release are going to commence in...
I feel old. I feel so old seeing that update. Holy fuck.
2, 1. Alright, good. Everyone fucking dies. Blackbeard dies, James Kid Woman dies, your wife dies. You inspired
James Kid Woman dies.
this guy to be a pirate.
I prize the courage you have inspired in me this year.
And he gets hung and dies. Deadman is still just as dead as the last game. All these people here that I forgot the names of die. The goddamn dog. Nah, he's alright. He's a good boy. Aren't you, boy? I'll be honest with you. I don't really know what's going on in the story. I just know that in the Animus, you're trying to get money and do the pirating as everyone around you keeps dying. And outside the Animus, an Irishman is trying to implant his gotcha anime waifu into your body to consume.
I'm sorry, but these segments of every Assassin's Creed game are the worst. Hands down, the worst.
Of course, the main motivation of everyone in the Animus being to find this magic crystal skull so that they can... You know what? Why don't I just let him explain it? Hey, roll the tape. Here we go.
Hi there, buddy. I obtained the skull so that I can hunt. I mean relocate every one of my old best buddies that I've been separated from by pesky antivirus programs. And look, I've found one of my bestest buddies, right here.
No words. No words. That was just as unhinged and just as insane as Maxar or fucking, what's it called? A chef. Holy fuck. Damn, this got give me some real nostalgia for Black Flag. It was such a good game. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. If you like the video, then let me know. I'm happy to do more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.